Alright, everybody. So, in this short tutorial, we're going to talk about how you can create fully illustrated Bible stories for young children. I'll be showing you step by step how you can do it using Artistly. Okay, so first step is you got to go to Fast AI Image Designer, and then in here you'll see AI Storybook Studio. Now we need the story. So what we will do, we'll go to ChatGPT and we'll ask it, okay, write the Bible story of the birth of Jesus, right? So we can create Old Testament stories, New Testament stories, whatever we want, right? Now it's gonna give you all this detailed enough story, right? And then we will convert these into full illustrations, right? Beautiful illustrations. Now it gave you this. All you gotta do is copy this. Okay, I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna go to again Artistly. Click on Script to Storybook. Click on New Story. Click on AI Character, and then click Paste your story. Now here it will ask you dimension. That means in which dimension you want your illustrations to be in. Let's say I want 2 is to 3, 21 is to 9, whatever it is, right? So I wanted 2 is to 3. There's a book details, right? So you can enable this and you can write your name as an author, for example, right? And you can or you can like literally put any name, that if you're thinking of publishing it to KDP or stuff like that, then you can use the pen name. For now I'm just going to keep it, let's say, by Yash, or let's say by Yash, and then I'm just going to say generate. Now what it's going to do, guys, right, it's not just going to create illustrations, it will also going to create front page cover for me, so I don't have to manually do it. So you don't have to go copy and paste individual prompts, think about the perfect prompt, generate the image, keep generating it image until you get the consistent results. This strategy and this process will make sure that the images that you're getting, number one, is fully illustrated based on your story. Number two, is fully consistent throughout every page for each character, and will make sure that it properly aligns them and divides them into page by page so it is easily readable. You can convert it into a flip book, you can convert it into a PDF that you can share, and all you gotta do is just wait for, and as you can see, it has already created 16, it is already creating 16 beautiful illustrations for us. And all I gotta do is just wait for a few minutes until this gets generated. And look at that, pretty cool, right? The generations are coming pretty cool, pretty consistent. And you can see that, okay, it's the story of the birth of Jesus, and I'm just gonna wait for, right? So generally around this you have to wait for a few minutes, so you can just go out for a walk, enjoy the sip of coffee, while your entire story is being illustrated for you right in front of you. Just magic how powerful this is, right? um Look at that, just look at that, right? Just look at that, how beautiful it is, properly following the story of Christmas by Yash. How powerful it is, right? And look at that, all the illustrations page by page. Now you might say that, yeah, that okay, Yash, this is absolutely amazing. Now how do I convert it into a flip book? Well, what you gotta do is you gotta first of all click on each image, and it will show you that, okay, which page this illustration belongs to, number one. Number two, it will tell you what paragraph or sentence this illustration belongs to. Okay. Number three, it will tell you a detailed prompt that is basically used to generate this image, and it will also show you a couple of different options to regenerate it, edit it by just some prompts of, let's say, change the hair color, change it, change that, or stuff like that. And it will also allow you to change the story text. Now this is very powerful, guys, right? Because now if you think about this, when you click on edit story text, right, every page is linked with the sentence of your story that it is representing, right? The illustration that it is representing. Now a lot of the times what happens, like I would say 5% of the times, that AI sometimes writes its own story, changes your stories a little bit, tweaks your story a little bit. So I just want to make sure that you don't worry about it, because you can always come here and you can change the things. You can make some letters capital letters. You can edit the grammatical errors. You can make text changes, word changes, punctuation changes, grammatical changes, anything you want, and submit it, so that when you actually create it into a flip book or a storybook, to be actually created into, to be actually get to actually print it or whatsoever, the page that it will have is perfect, right? Now in order to convert it, right, now you might be wondering, hey Yash, I wanted to create in let's say Spanish. How do I create it? Well, what you gotta do is you gotta make sure that you go to personal design. So let me go to personal designs once again, and you will see all your generations, right? You just need to remember which feature you have used to create this illustrations, right? So if you remember, we used AI Storybook Studio. So when you click on AI Storybook Studio, this new button will appear called Create Flipbook. When you click on Create Flipbook, automatically for every page, you will see Select Story. Now, when you will see it, or what it is asking you is, okay, select all the illustration for your story. So by just clicking it once, it will select all the story images and all the illustrations for this story, so that you don't have to do it manually, number one. And number two, it will properly format it in a chronological order for you, right? And then once you clicked on it, you click on create flipbook. Now here you see English, right? So you can convert it into Dutch, Filipino, French, Hindi, Italian, Canada, or whatever it is. If you just don't want your flipbooks to be flipbooks or your storybooks to be storybooks, if you want to add a read aloud narration, that means you want someone to read the story aloud, you can also pick those voice actors, natural sounding voice actors. Now you can pick the page template. Now this is where your story will appear, right? With this is where the text will appear. So you can pick from already pre-made templates for you. You can upload it or you can generate it, right? So for this, I might generate like like a white page with some stars and stuff like that. Or generally the classic, you can go with the blank page, okay? And then on the front cover you can click on choose from library, and you can pick the front cover. This is compulsory that you need to pick, and back cover it is optional, and generate the flipbook. Now the idea is, guys, it's going to actually create and generate a readable flipbook for you in few minutes with 31 pages in English, that you can either download it into a PDF, or you can view it online, read it online, share it with others, basically for kids, so they can read it, bedtime stories. Or there's interesting thing that we did is, once this is in progress, once it will show ready, you can actually convert it into a KDP ready images, meaning how you selected 2 is to 3 ratio, and it is not like 2000 by 2000 by 1000 ratio, whatever it is. We actually recently integrated this feature, and this is really really amazing feature that a lot of people loved it. Basically, okay, like this, what I'm talking about, right? Download KDP ready images. That means it is going to download 31 images, right? 31 pages with the story and with the illustration, for you to properly format it and actually create a book that you can publish online, right? Properly formatted, in high resolution, upscaled, and in converted to 300 dpi automatically, right? So you can click on it, and it will take 5 to 10 minutes, and it will generate like 100 megabits of like zip file that you can download, and it will give you all the images chronologically set, and then you can push them and you can publish that, right? Or if you just want to read it online, share it with other people, you can just do that. Boom. How powerful it is. Look at the characters consistency, look at the story, look at the generations, how crazy it is, right? Now I just want to tell you this one thing, right? That you might be wondering, right? That hey Yash, this is absolutely amazing, but I want it in sorry if I hope my screen is visible. I think okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, but you might say that, hey Yash, I want a different story. I want in different style. I want, whatever it is. So basically, I have a solution for that as well. Now let me show you that. Okay. So now you can come to here again, Chat GPT. You can click on a new chat and you can say, hey, now give me the Bible story of Adam, Eve, right? So you can just ask it and it will give you the story, right? If you already have a story written in other places, you can come copy and paste it here. But if you don't have it properly written, you can ask it. You can create ask for Old Testament stories, you can ask for New Testament stories and stuff like that. Okay. Now one another thing I want to tell you, that what you can also do, if you go to AI design agents, right? This was the feature that we had and people loved it, right? So we created this using AI Storybook Studio. There is one another feature I wanted to talk to you about under design agent. This was an old feature, but a lot of you guys love this, right? Is if you go to script to storybook, it and if you click on create new story, it does the same thing, guys. Okay, when you're gonna paste it, it like the story is gonna does the same thing, but now it gives you style options, comic book, vector illustration, stained glass, manga style, watercolor style, flat illustrations, some beautiful styles it gives you, right? So let's do it in watercolor style, right? Let's pick our dimensions in 4 is to 5 and generate. The only thing here is, guys, sometimes because it's a experimental thing, right? Is if you get perfect results, if you want perfect consistent results, I recommend you AI Storybook Studio. But if you want to explore different styles, stuff like that, I recommend you this. You know why? Because the idea here is the consistency might be a little bit off in some of the illustrations, but the style, guys, style, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. See how beautiful it is? It's crazy, right? Now, even if I go like, look at this, like in literally in less than like you give me 52 seconds, literally less than a minute, it it generated beautiful illustrations, right? Now, same thing. I go to design agents, I go to script to storybook, I click on create a new story, I paste my story, and I say dimensions of for my illustrations, and I say choose a style. I can pick doodle style, I can pick coloring pages style, I can pick flat, comic book, stain. I told you, right? Let's pick doodle and generate the story. With Artistly, you can create as many illustrations as you want. That's the power of it, right? Without you having to manually do all the process, you can do it with this. How powerful this is, guys. Think about this, right? No manual hour, no more spending hours, right? One story at a time, one sentence at a time, one illustration at a time, and you have to then keep generating it. One click, all the illustrations are ready for individual stories. Look at that, guys. Just look at it. How powerful it is. Specifically, if you want to mention specific design styles and all that, right? Pretty powerful, right? So I hope you love this. And again, if you want to create it into a flipbook, same process. Now, let me ask you this. what did you use to create this? Okay, you used script to storybook. So click on it, then the create flipbook option will appear, then click on select story, same process that I showed you, and boom, you're good to go. Crazy guys, right? So yeah, I mean, so I'm looking forward for your amazing creations and your amazing illustrations. If you have any questions, you can always email the support, mention that I wanted to pass this email to Yash if you have any questions. Second, you can always join the Artistly Facebook group. All the questions I myself online there. I would not say 24 by 7, but most of the time to get your queries, bugs, issues solved. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.